Happy New Year's, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the first spotlight of 2023. I hope everyone had a fantastic holiday. We're kicking off the new year with a recreation spotlight from Disney California Adventure, the California Screamin coaster, also now known as the Incredicoaster. Not only does the coaster appear to be a one-to-one exact recreation, but it looks like our creator has fully designed the Paradise Pier surrounding the coaster as well. So a nice bonus treat to explore a small part of Disney California Adventure here today. This should be a fun experience, especially if you visited the park and ridden the coaster in real life. So buckle up, keep your arms in at all times, and take a ride with me in today's episode of Coaster Spotlight. Heyo, my Planet Coaster friends, Johnny5 Alive here, and welcome back to another episode of Coaster Spotlight. As mentioned, we're going to be looking at California Screamin, created by Master Engineer O2, an expert builder in this community, and here they say, welcome to the Blast from a Past. I recreated not only California Screamin, which originally opened in 2001, now called Incredicoaster, but I also recreated most of what was the Paradise Pier. With all the exception of a ride for this Toy Story Mania, it's all there. I tried to stay as accurate as I could using pictures and videos of the roller coaster and area to recreate the pier. And based off some Google searches myself, you looks like you nailed it absolutely. Feel free to explore the park and the other rides, but as for the coaster, I provided 2 possible audio files, and yeah, I went through that, so he provided a copyright-free one. We're not going to get the original, and I did believe I saw on the wiki that the original was like Red Hot Chili Peppers or something, so that definitely wouldn't work on the channel. We'll definitely get a strike from that. They go on to say, I would like to mention that the Lagoon of Paradise Pier is a famous world of color nighttime spectacular, this being one of my favorite shows at Disney. I created a daytime and watertime nighttime show to recreate it. Due to the more copyright issues with Disney, I decided to not have any music, and it's more of an ambient thing. For best viewing the night show, I provided a sequencer on both ends of the pier. Beautiful. Absolutely amazing. Let's dive right on into the park. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Disney Adventure. There's the water / light show on the lake. Amazing. Now, I did do some Google searching. Originally, I used to include videos and pictures and that sort of thing for recreation spotlights. However, they have gotten me copyright strikes. It's quite annoying. It's frustrating to deal with. But if you give yourself a quick Google search for yourself, you will see how incredibly accurate this is. Or if you've actually been there, you'll know for sure that this is exactly how the Paradise Pier should look and feel. And I think you did an absolutely amazing job recreating this. I was actually blown away after looking at some of the Steam screenshots of this, looking at it in game, and then doing a Google search. I was like, whoa, it really, really blew me away. And this is just amazing. This is technically a coaster spotlight, but it really does feel like a mini park spotlight. And I feel like if you guys want to submit recreation coasters, this is how it should be done, right? Just like build that atmosphere out. We have some guests in the park. We have a Midway Mania Paradise Pier boardwalk area. And that really just sets the tone, sets the atmosphere, and creates for a much more immersive and fun experience. We have the Disney wheel. If you didn't know, this is all created out of basic shapes, which... how many pieces is this? I can't quite select it because the wheel's in the way. There it is. 500 total objects to create the Mickey. That's amazing. Yeah, the attention to detail is just amazing. And to my previous point where I was saying this is what I'd like to see when we do recreations, you might be wondering, how come we don't see that many recreations on the show? Well, one, I think because it's a video game after all, so many people are inspired to let their imagination run loose. And they really just want to push the creativity, push the boundaries of what is possible. And this Midway Games is absolutely amazing, by the way. People want to push themselves, right? And as a result, we keep pushing that the bar higher and higher and higher and higher, and we see these crazy creations. But on the other hand, we do have a lot of recreation submissions, but oftentimes they're just the coaster layout, right? Maybe they don't have the custom supports. Maybe they're not including some of that walking around area. It's just a track layout. And I don't think it feels like a true recreation unless you could recreate the moment, recreate the feeling of being there. And for me, this is a true recreation. Because if you've been here before, this will probably give you a trip down memory lane. And even just based off some Google searches, it's like I get to experience it for my first time without actually having to go there. So, hats off to you, Master Engineer. This is just phenomenal. Let's take a look at your show here. So at daytime, we have what appears to be a water show, but simultaneously, there are lights going off. So if we switch it to night, it'll actually serve as a nighttime show. So you have two different sequences working simultaneously, but they just work differently depending on the time of day, which is fantastic. It's really nice. So again, not only have you recreated the coaster perfectly, I mean, look at that. Picture perfect presentation. The Paradise Pier, it's phenomenal. But you took it to the next level and said, hey, one of my favorite aspects of this area was the show. So we're going to include that. We're going to build that. Why don't we switch to nighttime because it's restarting the show. And we can see with all the lights going off now. Look at that. It's a lot of work and a lot of effort to get a light show to work. And while you couldn't get some music because of copyright issues, you put some music in here and incorporated things as best as possible. I still think it's lovely to look at. And again, this is taking recreations to the whole next level. Ooh, look at that rainbow effect. That is beautiful. Yeah, this really takes it to the next level. I really appreciate the effort. And oh my god, I didn't even notice. Look at the coaster. You got this nice blue hue and yellow lights wrapping around the tippity top of the coaster tracks there. The Paradise Pier logo's lighting up. I mean, that is phenomenal. So this is also going to serve as a great daytime experience as well as an amazing nighttime experience, because even as we're launching off on the coaster over there, we'll probably see the light show on the right side. So I'm looking forward to seeing that at nighttime as well. Absolutely amazing. Let's give them a round of applause. This is phenomenal. Yeah, this is the level of detail that I like to see these recreations. Wow, look at the pier at nighttime. We might as well walk back at nighttime. So, I think this is really fun. You know, while recreations don't really push the envelope of what's possible and what kind of creative things you can do, I still think this is insanely creative because this is a fun atmosphere. It's a fun area. Disney incorporates a lot of theming, so maybe certain coasters in real life might not be the best to recreate because you're just doing some fence work, a maintenance shed, you know, some transfer tracks, and a little bit of a queue with some garden work. It might not be the most visually appealing, but when you're talking about Disney, I mean, look at this. This feels like right out of someone's imagination. You could fool me if this was a recreation or not. It just feels fun. The fun factor's there, and I think if you're going to submit a recreation to the show, you should take some notes from this here today. You start sending stuff in like this, I'm going to feature all of them. And I do know we got a lot of people that are really into the realism, into the recreations, and there's definitely room on the channel for more stuff like this. It's just we don't really come across them that often to this level of detail is what I'm saying. So I'll keep my eyes open. So if you guys enjoy this, we'll try to pull some more up. But a lot of them tend to be just the track layout, and that's where it's like, I don't know if that will make for the most entertaining episode, but I could be wrong. Maybe if that's what you guys like to see, just recreations of coaster tracks, let me know down below. Maybe we can showcase a few of them in one episode. That could be cool. So here we are at the boarding station, fantastically designed in here as well. We have a custom music track somewhere, and it's the Screamin copyright free. Thank you for that. Let's take a look at the coaster stats here. There they all are, 2,000 meters in length. This one's taken off. Let's pause it real quick and get on there. We're gonna kick things off with track view, because why not? All right, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the ride. Good, googly, moogly. Round of applause yet again. That is fantastically done. I watched a few POVs on YouTube of the ride itself before starting the episode, and I gotta say that is almost perfectly designed. We got some transfer tracks, maintenance area over here. Love to see it. Maintenance shed back here. It's all beautifully done. And this is an intimate coaster, but it looked to me in the videos that it was almost like a wooden support structure with the steel top on top, which is a very interesting design indeed. And you didn't cheap out here. I don't know if the real one is made out of wood. I'm assuming that it is, but you did use the steel beams here, but you did that because you wanted to get the top of the track to be perfectly designed, because this is how it looks and feels in real life. If you would have built it with a wooden coaster underneath to get the wooden support structure, that would have worked as well, but you wouldn't have had the same effect on top. So definitely hats off to you for going the extra mile, because each one of these support structures here is like 50 pieces put together, and you've done them at all different heights and levels and variation. It's super, super impressive. I mean, the actual coaster itself, let's try to get an estimate on how many pieces it took you to recreate this. 40,000, but I mean, I got the boardwalk in there as well. But between the boardwalk pier area and the coaster itself, we're looking at 40,000 custom pieces. Super, super impressive. That's exactly what I'm saying. This is a super fun, creative park or coaster slash park spotlight. It's a mini park, definitely, and it's a slice out of the Disney Adventure theme park area, and I love that. Absolutely love it. Why don't we give this another go? A couple more goes. I think it deserves a few extra rides, but I'm really curious to see what this looks and feels like at nighttime. So let's do exactly just that. Wow, absolutely gorgeous nighttime ride. And I love the little flash there. We could see that it's actually taking your picture. The attention to details are just incredible. As we saw, we passed by, where was it? Here, California Scream Cam. And it took our picture there. It all ties it together nicely. So much attention, so much realism. I love to see it. I want to give this one more go, and then we'll talk about a little bit more. We can't get a cinematic going on this, but I do want to try like an orbit, and that way we get like a little bit more of a bird's eye view-ish while we're on the ride. That was kind of fun. I like it. Yeah, this is phenomenal. Not only is it just an amazing recreation, but also an amazing choice. Like, this is very fun. I want to go visit this Disneyland area and ride this coaster, but I can't now because it's the Incredicoaster. But which has me thinking, like, not only would I like to see more recreations like this, but how about taking recreations, because, you know, a lot of the times, whether it be Six Flags, Disney, or whatever, they take old rides, refurbish them, change the theme, incorporate something new. You get a Guardians of the Galaxy twist or something like that, and they'll re-theme areas and change them up. Might be fun as like a contest idea in the future. Maybe you guys would like that. We go for more of a realism contest or a recreation contest, but with a spin. You know, why not take an area like this, build it out, and design the coaster as is, the way it was at a particular time or how it is currently, but then elevate it? Because I didn't really get any pictures of this at nighttime. I don't know if this ride here, Incredicoaster or Scream, what was it called? Screaminator. I don't know if it had this nighttime lighting. And if this was your own take and you added that to it and you've kind of amped it up a little bit, that's totally okay. And I think that's really cool because I think you elevated it. But if this is how it looked at nighttime, that's even cooler. And what you do with the fireworks show and everything, or the light show, it's really, really nice. So going to my previous point is, it'd be cool to see some of these recreations elevated. So it's like, I took my favorite ride, maybe you look at like a Six Flag ride, some of them might not have the most over-the-top theming, but then you can Planko-fy them, right? Take them over the top, take them to the next level, and make them look really appealing with your own take. Maybe I took the Batman ride and Batmanified it. I put way more to it, and it still looks and feels like the area of a said theme park. It still looks and feels like the recreation of the coaster, but it's just elevated. And I think those would make for really fun spotlights as well. Either way, Master Engineer over here has gotten me excited about what's possible with with these. I haven't seen a whole lot of recreations done to this level, and I hope more people are inspired by this. And look, this is like our park entrance. It literally just cuts off. It doesn't go anywhere, and it's a slice out of a park. And I think that slice is a really good idea, and it makes for a very fun episode. I personally had a lot of fun with this one here today. What did you guys think? Have you been here in real life? Have you ridden the California Screamin before it became the Incredicoaster? Have you been on the Incredicoaster? Did you find this very realistic? Did you enjoy the layout? Let me know down in the comments below. I'm sure the creator would love to hear your thoughts as well. And that is going to do it for us in today's episode of Coaster Spotlight. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye now.